Hello, friends. So instead of doing math today, we are going to do reading on our own. This week, we're going to be reading a story called Scarcity. And today is day 1. You will need your 2.2 reading book. Our learning goal is I'm learning to identify the main purpose of a text using the author's words and photographs. I know I've met my goal when I can tell what scarcity means, I can give examples of how items can be scarce, and I can use the text features to help me understand scarcity. So before we read, we're going to watch a video of Scarcity and Tradeoffs.
Scarcity means having a short supply or not enough of. Have you ever wanted?
That is important because that tells us the definition of scarcity. Scarcity means that there is a shortage or not enough of. We went through that this year with toilet paper.
Something that wasn't available? Maybe you went to buy something at the store and the shelves were empty. Or you saw a long line of cars waiting to get gas at the gas station. Natural resources like gas or water aren't always plentiful. Scarcity of resources has far-reaching effects on the world. When resources are scarce, important decisions have to be made about how they will be used. For example, when water is scarce, it must be saved for the most important things. Water is used for many things every day. If you could only use so much water, what would you use it for? And what would you stop using it for? Maybe you would give up watering your lawn so you could still take long showers. That kind of decision is called a trade-off. You make trade-offs all the time. For example, during lunch, you might decide to spend the hour studying instead of talking to your friends. That's a trade-off because your time is limited. When you make those decisions, there is always an opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is what you give up in a trade-off. In the lunch example, the opportunity cost was time with your friends. It may be worth it to be extra prepared for your test, but you still sacrificed something else for it.
Okay, so that's scarcity and trade-off. So trade-off is whenever you make a choice to do something else. Scarcity. So, in your book, we are on page 254 and 255. So, go ahead and turn to the right page. This text is an expository text. It tells facts about a topic, looks for facts that help you understand what scarcity means. All right, page 256. What is scarcity? These 3 girls each want an orange, but only 1 orange is left. Not all the girls can get what they want. Things people want and use are resources. Just like these girls, people want more resources than they can have. Sometimes there aren't enough resources for everyone. There is a word for this. It is scarcity. So it's whenever there's so scarcity is when sometimes there isn't enough resources for everyone. So that's what scarcity is. Fact. All countries, rich and poor, have scarcity. No country has enough resources for everything it wants. So resources, so it's things that people want and use is the word resources, or things people want and want to use. All right, page 256. How scarcity happens. So things are scarce, but how in the world does it happen? All resources can be scarce, but some resources become more scarce at times. For example, a few years ago, cold weather harmed orange trees. Then farmers had fewer oranges to pick and sell. Oranges became scarce. There weren't enough oranges for everyone. So the ice is not good for the oranges. So a lot of them, they did not go into grocery stores, or they didn't make it. So they had to throw those oranges away because they were ruined. They wouldn't have tasted good. And so no one's going to buy oranges that don't really taste good. And so there weren't enough oranges for everybody. So sometimes nature can affect how scarce something is. In this case, that's what happened. Nature affected what happened. So, what is scarcity, and what might cause something to be scarce? So we just read an example of freezing. So maybe that's something we can write about. So you're going to do your quick write to answer this question. What is scarcity, and what might cause something to be scarce? You can find the answer to these questions in your text. So I want you to use your text. I don't just want you to guess. I want you to be completely right, because you can find these answers in the text, and that's what I'm going to be looking for. To start this, you can define the word scarcity. So you could say scarcity means blank. Blank might cause, so the blank would be your answer. So blank might cause something to be scarce. And give an example that you see in the story. For example, oranges. What happened to the oranges? Okay. So go ahead and do your quick write, and I want you to take a picture of it and read it out loud to me on Class Dojo. And I will see you at 10:20 for math.